All right, let's talk about it. We're tackling one of the biggest and frankly scariest steps for any trader, making that jump from a practice account to trading with your own real money. Let's dive in.
And this is no joke, the make or break moment. This is where a great strategy smacks right into the wall of human psychology. It's really the main reason why so many aspiring traders fail to make it.
You gotta think of this less like flipping a switch and more like running a gauntlet. You have to get through a whole series of challenges, and the biggest one, it's probably not what you think. It's not about some secret indicator or a magic entry signal. Yep, a demo account is great for testing the nuts and bolts of your system. But a live account? That's a test of you. It tests your discipline when you're losing. It tests your greed when you're winning. It tests your fear when that P&L number is real.
So how in the world do you prepare for a climb like this? Well, you don't just start sprinting up the mountain. First, you have to build a solid base camp. This prep work is absolutely non-negotiable if you want to have any chance of success.
And that base camp is built on these 4 pillars. You have to prove your strategy works, lock in your trading plan, pick the right broker, and figure out your capital. Let's break them down.
Okay, job number 1, strategy validation. And this isn't about a gut feeling, it's about cold, hard data. The source material suggests you need at least 100, maybe even 200 trades in your demo account. Why? Because that gives you enough data to prove your edge actually exists over time.
And here's a critical reality check. You take your demo results and you put them side by side with your back testing. Are your numbers, like profit factor and max drawdown, still looking good? If there's a huge gap, that's a massive red flag. You've got to figure out what's wrong before you even think about going live. All right, next up, this is probably the single most important rule for survival in this game: risk management. It has to be written down, set in stone, in your trading plan. The golden rule? You never, ever risk more than 1 to 2% of your capital on any single trade, period.
Your trading plan is basically your constitution, and it needs to be written down in painful detail. I'm talking exact entry and exit rules, your risk limits, how you size your positions, even what to do if your internet dies. You need this because when things get chaotic, this document is the only thing keeping you objective.
Okay, so our base camp is established. We are ready to start the climb. But again, we are not just launching ourselves to the summit. Going live should be a slow, gradual process. It's all about letting your brain get used to the thin air of real financial risk. And the process looks like this. It's 3 distinct phases. You start out super small, micro-sizing. Then you focus only on being consistent. And only after you've nailed that do you slowly, carefully start to scale up.
This chart shows you exactly what that first phase is all about. You might start by risking just a quarter of your normal position size. And look at the goal here. It is almost entirely about getting your head in the game, getting used to the pressure. The actual money you make or lose, it's pretty much irrelevant at this point.
So here's the huge mindset shift you have to make. A successful day is no longer about your P&L. A successful day is a day where you followed your plan 100% without cheating on every single trade. That's it. That is the only goal. If you master the process, the profits will take care of themselves.
Let's dig deeper into that thin air idea. The psychological pressure of trading real money, it's a lot like being at high altitude. It can make it hard to breathe, hard to think straight, and it can cause you to make some really terrible decisions. I mean, this slide says it all, doesn't it? In a demo account, you're a genius. You're calm, analytical, and objective. But the second real money gets involved, these animals, fear, greed, anxiety, they come roaring out and try to hijack your brain. So how do you protect yourself? You need a mental stop loss. This is your eject button. It's a rule you decide on beforehand about when to just walk away. Maybe it's after 3 losses in a row, or maybe it's the second you feel that urge to place a revenge trade. Protecting your mind is just as critical as protecting your money. So as you're making this climb, you have to know that the path is full of hidden dangers, these deep crevasses that can swallow your account whole. Knowing what they are is the first step to not falling in. First up, the big one, revenge trading. You take a loss, you feel that emotional sting, and you immediately jump back in to try and win your money back. This is a recipe for disaster. It almost always just makes the hole you're in even deeper. Next, we've got overtrading. This is just clicking buttons because you're bored, impatient, or you've got a bad case of FOMO.
Listen, if your A-plus setup isn't there, the best trade you can possibly make is no trade at all.
And finally, the deadliest trap of them all, ignoring your own risk rules. Widening your stop loss just a little bit, doubling down on a loser, this is the absolute fastest way to blow up an account. Your rules are your lifeline. You never ever compromise on them.
So, you've gone live, you're avoiding the traps, you've made it, right? You're done? Not even close. Professional trading isn't a destination you arrive at. It's a constant, never-ending journey of adaptation.
The best traders live inside this loop. They execute their plan, then every week they review their performance, they analyze how the market is behaving, and they make small, smart, data-driven adjustments. It's a constant process of getting just a little bit better.
And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. The market is not a static thing, it's always changing, always evolving. True long-term success isn't about finding some holy grail strategy. It's about becoming a master of adaptation.
So, as we wrap this up, it all comes down to this. You can have the perfect plan, the perfect map for the climb, but in the end, the journey to the top is all on you. The real question is, when the pressure is on and your money is on the line, is your discipline strong enough to actually follow that map?